We just finished up types of rabbits. Now we're going to talk about types of pocket pets, and then we're going to talk about the different uses for both rabbits and pocket pets, and then we'll move on to breeds of birds. So pocket pets are not really defined necessarily by breeds, rather they're grouped together by colors or color patterns. So as far as hamsters go, hamsters are a type of pocket pet. The golden hamster, this is a hamster that at its adult size can reach somewhere between 5 to 6 inches in length and weigh somewhere around 4 ounces. They have a very rich mahogany or orange color on their back with a white or creamy underside and legs. And then the dwarf or the desert hamster, they're a light gray with a dark stripe running down their back. They're smaller than the golden. They're only about 4 to 4.5 inches long. They're very active, very friendly pets, but they are more difficult for children to handle simply because they're smaller. The gerbil. So adult gerbils will reach anywhere from 6 to 8 inches long from nose to tail, and they'll weigh about 3 to 4 ounces. The Mongolian gerbil is kind of a reddish brown to a dark brown. The main difference between hamsters and gerbils are that hamsters have kind of a nub of a tail that you can't really even see. Gerbils have that long tail with kind of some hair on it. As far as rats go, rats actually do make very good pets. The black rat, their tail is typically longer than their head and their body. So if you look at like the length of them from their nose, from the tip of their nose to the beginning of their tail or the base of the tail, and then you compare that to the length of the tail itself, the tail will actually be longer. The ears are about half as long as their head, and their color is usually black or dark gray with a brown or a gray-white underside. The brown rat, they're bigger than the black rat. Typically, the tail is shorter than the head and the body. They're thicker and they're more robust than the black rat. The black rat's a little bit sleeker. And the brown rat has short, more rounded ears. Their fur is going to be kind of a dark to grayish brown on their back with lighter colors on the underside. Mice. So there's several different types of mice, and these are the 4 we're going to talk about. So self-colors, this is any one color of mouse. So it's a mouse that has any one solid color on it. A tan, this is going to be any color with a tan belly. So your self-color mouse, my examples are up at the top right-hand corner. The tan is going to be at the bottom right-hand corner. The piebald or pie-marked mice, these are going to be mice with spots, patches, or broken up patterns. They almost look to me like a paint horse or something. And that's going to be down there in the bottom left-hand corner. And then satins, these are going to be any color or markings with a very satiny looking coat, very shiny, very smooth looking, and that's that mouse right there in the middle on the bottom. So guinea pigs. Adult guinea pigs reach anywhere from 8 to 14 inches in length, and they can weigh from anywhere between 1 to 4 pounds. They have very sensitive hearing, and they can detect frequencies way beyond the human ear. Self-defense for guinea pigs is actually to stand on their hind legs and they'll chatter with their teeth. So the Abyssinian is actually the breed of guinea pig that Truffles was, if you knew Truffles. They have a very rough, wiry hair coat. The hair coat's made up of different swirls or cowlicks, and those are actually called rosettes. The American guinea pig, their hair is very short, very glossy, and it's fine in texture. And the Peruvian is a long-haired variety, can reach up to 20 inches in length. So this is a very large guinea pig. Since they don't really have a tail, it's actually pretty hard to distinguish between the front and the back. That's how long and fluffy their hair is. It kind of looks like an animated mop. And then there's also a satin guinea pig, much like a satin mouse. The satin guinea pig has a very fine hair coat. It's very dense and soft, and it's very shiny and it has a sheen to it. So your Abyssinian is actually up there on the top left. Your American is down here on the bottom left. The Peruvian is up there on the top right, and if this little guinea pig did not have a bow in her hair, that hair would actually be flopping down over her face, so you can kind of tell how it would be difficult to distinguish her front end from her back end. And then on the bottom right is the satin guinea pig. Chinchillas. These are really cool little animals. Adults will range in length anywhere from 9 to 15 inches with a tail of 3 to 10 inches, and they'll weigh anywhere between 1 to 2 pounds. The standard chinchilla is that kind of blue-gray popular color that you see a lot of times. The white chinchilla is it's a white color, obviously, but it's actually a mutation of the standard, and they have these dark black eyes. The beige chinchilla is kind of like a pearl-colored chinchilla, and then the black chinchilla. They have a very black undercoat, very narrow kind of gray-white band, and they have this jet black veil, which is the very tips of their fur, which makes them look black, and a high density. So density, when I say density, I'm talking about density of hair. So they're actually they have a lot of hair, and it makes them look blacker because of that black veil on the tips of their fur. Ferrets, there's several different types of ferrets. The common sable is the one that you see most often. They range from dark to light, depending on the shade of both their underfur and their guard hairs. Their underfur will actually range from white to beige. The white ferret has very red eyes. It's actually referred to as a true albino. There's very few black-eyed white ferrets. I happened to find a picture of one. The silver mitt has an underfur of white or off-white and guard hairs of black and white, and it gives them kind of a silvery appearance to them. The sterling silver is very similar to the silver mitt, but they actually have more white guard hairs. So it's almost like the lighter silver color. The butterscotch, their underfur is going to be the same as the common sable, but their guard hairs, mask, and their hood colorings are all kind of like a butterscotch instead of black. They're almost like a yellowish blonde color. And then the cinnamon, their underfur is going to be white or off-white, and their guard hairs are going to be this rich red-brown or very cinnamon color. Right, we'll talk about uses of these different animals we've been talking about in the next video.